Now let's move on to present continuous tense. What is the English formula of present continuous tense or present progressive? That is, am is are plus ing, let's say verbing. Verbing means like when we add ing to the verb. All right. This structure is used to talk about something being in progress at the time of speaking. What does that mean? It means when you say it, you're doing it. Or when you say it, it is happening at the moment right now. For example, she is talking on the phone now. It means this is happening now. Now she's on the phone, she's talking. The question is like this, is she talking on the phone? And what is she doing now? Where is she? What is she doing now? So I don't know. I think she's in the library, and I think she is studying or she's reading something. Watching TV in my room. It means that right now you're in your room and this is what is happening. You're watching TV. She's eating the cake. Okay, negative, she's not eating the cake. The passive formula here is am is are plus being because it needs to show progression and let's say continuation, then plus past participle. So the cake is being eaten. It means that this is happening right now. Save the cake if you don't want it to be finished. All right, let's move on to the second use of present continuous. It is used to talk about something happening temporarily around now. What does that mean? It means that this is something you're doing these days. It is for a short time, but it doesn't mean that like for a short time, like exactly 2 days. Maybe that's 2 years. For example, you're studying math at university and that finishes. Or you're living somewhere because of your job. I mean, for example, you live in a big city, but because of your job, now you're living in a different city. So you say, I live in Istanbul, but because of my business or because of my studies, I am living in Izmir now. So because the second city you're living right now at the moment is temporary and it finishes after sometimes 6 months or so, 2 years, whatever, and then you will go back to your hometown or where you reside permanently, stay permanently. So that's why we use present continuous. Like another example is like a novel. When you're reading a novel, for example, hey John, how are you doing? I'm fine. What are you doing these days? Oh, I'm reading a really interesting novel. It does not mean that right now the person's holding the book in his hands and reading it. Okay. All right. For example, we say I'm working on a new project these days. You're an engineer. You work for different companies and or different projects. When the project is done, so you literally move to another company or to another project. So what you're doing now is like, I'm working on a new project these days. So it means that the previous project is finished. And now these days at the moment, I'm working on this project. Or when you say I'm reading an interesting novel at the moment, it doesn't mean that right now you're holding the book in your hands and you're reading it. No, it means that these days, okay, so you're reading it. So it's temporary and it's going to finish, I don't know, in some days maybe. All right, let's move on to the third use of present continuous, which is to talk about arranged and fixed future plans. All right, what is that? So again, it is future plans, but because it is arranged and fixed, so we're using present continuous. For example, I'm seeing my doctor on Monday or this Monday. So when we use am is or ing, let's say present continuous, or this formula, it means that this is arranged. It means that I've just called my doctor's office and I've just arranged a time for him or her to meet me. All right, so he's attending a meeting in Tehran next week. So what is that? It means that it is arranged, the flight is booked, the hotel is booked, and everything is arranged. So you say he's attending. I mean, so that's for sure. It is fixed. It is arranged. Okay, so it's not changeable. Thank you.